Look, the future is moving pretty fast. There's no doubt that artificial intelligence is all around us. It's changing our lives, it's changing our world. Some of it's good. It's developing faster than we can grasp it, though.
But what if the bias of our past is being built into the future? Well, that is the question and the reality that Walkley award-winning journalist Tracey Spicer investigates in her fascinating new book. It's called Man-Made, and she joins us now in studio. Tracey,
hey, Trace.
Good morning.
Good morning, and thank you.
This is not just a fascinating subject, it's a really important one for us to all understand, isn't it? Why did you want to delve into this area?
I got the idea 7 years ago when my then 11-year-old son said, "Mum, I want a robot slave." I said, "What are you talking about, darling?" And of course, as terrible parents, we'd let him watch South Park. And he saw Amazon Cartman ordering around his Amazon Alexa like he was a colonial overlord.
Wow.
And I had this light bulb moment that this 1950s idea about women and girls being servile is being built into the machines that will run our future. And this is what our kids are absorbing. You've both got kids. You know how much they're like sponges at that age. So then I dug deeper and deeper and deeper. I realised we do face a dystopian future, but I wrote the book in a really funny, engaging way because I thought otherwise it's too scary.
Yeah, but now
It's the only way.
your son wanted that Alexa South Park-based, gag. To now we have ChatGPT, we have AI art, we have all this stuff like the WGA, the Rise Guild are protesting AI because they could write movie scripts now. So we're living in this university. It's gone from like a joke to frightening in a way, hasn't it?
ChatGPT, which is built on what's called generative AI, is so sophisticated, it is terrifying. A friend of mine used it the other day and said, "Tell me a story about an engineer and a childcare worker." And every single time the engineer was male and the childcare worker was female. And after 9 or 10 times she said, "ChatGPT, are you biased?" And the robot went back to her and said, "You've made me realise I do have bias." But it's frightening for teachers and lecturers. They can't tell the difference between an essay written by ChatGPT and one that's been written by a human.
Yeah. Well, elaborate on the bias element of this. You know, it's supposed to be super sophisticated and intelligent, of course, but it is built on old social constructs in many ways. How is that happening?
Exactly right. When you think about data sets, it's a big rubbish pile full of images, videos and words from the internet. So when they train the machines, the data sets are full of images and words from the 1980s, where every nurse is a female and every doctor is a male.
And they're white.
And they're white, so it defers to white rather than people of colour. It defers to people who do not live with a disability. It defers to people under the age of 50. So there's a whole bunch of biases built into it. So the baby bias that's born in the algorithm becomes a troublesome teenager through what's called machine learning. And in the book I describe this as the machine becomes like a white supremacist going down the rabbit hole of conspiracy theory websites.
Wow.
There was a great example a couple of years ago of a machine learning creation called Tay that was unleashed on Twitter by Microsoft. Within 24 hours, it became an anti-feminist neo-Nazi.
Wow. So
That's not the only person who's done that on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah.
That's right, not the only one.
Pretty easy to grab that data.
You know, are you worried about the future of this? We've heard the grandfather of AI come out last week saying, we need to do something about this. This is scary. Or are we all just being, like in 20 years' time, we're going to go, remember we were scared of AI? Are we all just being wowzers? I don't know where to fall on this.
Yeah, really good question. I'm deeply worried about it because you've got the experts saying it. You've got the heavy hitters in AI asking for a 6-month moratorium. We do not have enough regulation or legislation to stop what I call robots gone wild. And it's not just what I mentioned before about ChatGPT. It's things like in the States, they're using algorithms to decide whether you get a home loan or whether you get a job. And the rate of black home ownership in the United States has plummeted ever since algorithms started being used.
Right.
In Australia, the former Human Rights Commissioner said it's like reawakening a zombie because these old decision-making techniques are being embedded into the present. So he's calling for the world's first AI safety commissioner to be instituted in Australia because a lot of the tech giants test their innovations in this country. So we have a great opportunity here to put the brakes on.
Oh, it seems like a no-brainer. Should be compulsory reading. Tracey, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very
Find
much.
We
Tracey's
really
newest
appreciate
book
it.
in stores today. It is a must-read.
Yep.
Great to see you, Pat.
Great to see you
soon.
too.
So we come on Today Extra, the Princess of Wales, Tracey won.